only the Avatar mastered all 4 elements. Only he could stop the ruthless firebenders. But when the world needed him most, he vanished. Some people believe that the Avatar was never reborn into the air nomads and that the cycle is broken. But I haven't lost hope. I still believe that somehow, the Avatar will return to save the world.
Okay, you win!
You know, you never realize just how quiet you normally are until you sit down to start recording a YouTube video and realize you have to talk to yourself in an engaging way for like 15 plus minutes. But anyways guys, I'm back, and I have to say that during my absence, things have been going a little off the rails here on YouTube. I mean, Kuro the artist, the richest YouTuber, has a members only page now? What? And Dr. Wardy uploaded a video like a few days ago talking about the gods of Ben 10? Are we still doing this shit in 2025? I thought we all kinda were over the power scaling hype, and Dan Boy Wonder just kind of fell off. But before I get the comments calling me a bully, listen guys, I don't actually care about any of what I just mentioned. I just couldn't come up with a transition for this video, or an intro, or a script. And also, if I'm being really honest here, I'm not going to be editing this much, so there's just going to be random Ben 10 clips here and there. Anyways, the point I'm trying to make is, the reason why I've been gone for 6 months is because initially I said to myself, hey, you know, maybe take a step back and wait for more information on the Ben 10 comic to come out, so you can go back to YouTube with a fresh perspective, fully rejuvenated, and ready to edit the hell out of some videos. But then we didn't hear any news about the Ben 10 comic, so I waited a month, then another month, then another month, then another month, then another month. And now we only have 6 months left in the year, and there's still no word about what the Ben 10 comic is even gonna look like. And I mean that literally, I haven't seen anything about the art style for that comic. You know, one of the most iconic and most important things about Ben 10, its art style. Seriously man, why do they say 2025 when they really mean, early 2026 actually? Or like 2 months left in the year of 2025 actually. That shit just pisses me off. But I know some of you are going to say, hey A10, why didn't you upload other videos? Well, because the only other thing I wanted to talk about, the new Avatar movie and series coming out, got delayed till 2026. And as much as I love Generator Rex, I can't come up with enough content material for that to last 6 months. The show ended a while ago with no new information about it. But anyways, that's enough excuse making about why I left. Let me tell you why I'm back and what I plan to do from here on out to keep this channel engaging. Alright, so just to get this out of the way, a long time back someone asked me to do a video about how Gwen's Anodite retcon hurts her character. And I thought it was an interesting idea, so I will be making that as my first return video to YouTube after this one. However, I don't want to give you guys the wrong impression here. So let me just be clear up front. That is the last video I plan to do about the Ben 10 sequels. From here on out, I am done with the Ben 10 sequels. As far as I'm concerned, only the 2005 show is canon to me. I don't care about what Alien Force or Ultimate Alien set up because I don't like those shows. Omniverse is still fine, but it's not worth watching 2 dogshit sequels for. And on top of all of this, I've grown tired of the Alien Force and Ultimate Alien fanboys in the comment section of my video. These people can't stand a different opinion and all seem to have the same Reddit debate bro mentality when it comes to talking to me that I just can't stand. But A10, if you're not going to talk about the Ben 10 sequels, will you still talk about the comic? And what else will you talk about on this channel? So obviously, yes, I'm still going to talk about the Ben 10 comic when it releases because I'm fine with talking about Ben 10 reboots, mainly because I'm more open to them because like I said, I didn't really care about the previous continuity and I use the term loosely there, but also because I'm just genuinely curious to see what this comic is going to look like. Is it going to be a Danny Phantom situation where the writer just kind of tries to undo all the stuff people didn't like about the previous franchise? Or is it going to be like the Avatar comics that kind of just lean into telling stories they know the fans will like? Or could it be something interesting that sets up its own universe, like the Invincible comics? Who knows? I want to find out. And besides talking about the Ben 10 comics and the original 2005 show, I also want to talk about the Avatar series. Not just the new show and movie that are coming out pretty soon, but also about the books and the aforementioned comics, as well as maybe do a video about the original show and Legend of Korra. And in general, I really wouldn't mind this channel leaning towards an early 2000s nostalgia kind of vibe. Think Negative Legend or Billiam whenever they make their, hey, remember Bakugan or Monsuno videos, because those are the types of videos I would also like to make. Because I have a lot of early 2000s nostalgia, mainly just because all I ever did as a kid was watch a ton of TV and cartoons. Hell, I'm probably one of the few people that actually watch Secret Saturdays from beginning to end. And speaking of the Secret Saturdays, I might make a video on that series as well, since I started rewatching it recently. I might be willing to consider talking about the Omniverse crossover if enough people are interested, but don't hold out too much hope for that, because like I said, I really don't want to talk about the Ben 10 sequels anymore, and really didn't care for the Secret Saturdays crossover in Omniverse anyways. So yeah, that's my plan coming back. I laid it out more so for me, because it makes things easier in the long run. And unfortunately, on top of all this, while I still do plan on returning, my upload schedule is going to be even more inconsistent than it used to be. Currently, I have a part-time job and I'm working on getting another one, and I'm signed up for college, mostly online, but still some in-person classes. So yeah, between all that, I just don't have as much time for YouTube anymore. And I'm not exactly sure how many people will really stick around for the new channel direction. So I want to give myself as much leeway as possible. Don't expect back-to-back uploads anymore. It's just not feasible for me. A video every 2 or 3 weeks is gonna be fast-paced from here on out, if that makes any sense to you guys. Oh, I almost forgot. So, I also have one more thing planned. So I've gotten a lot of people reaching out to me about the Ben 16 comic, and the only reason I haven't already kind of given the go-ahead / paid these people to make a comic version of that story for me, other than like copyright issues and stuff, is that I was thinking of finishing it off first and then doing that, but like I said, I'm super busy at the moment, so I don't know if that's ever gonna happen. So I might just give them the go-ahead anyways and start that. Unfortunately though, my Discord did kind of disappear. I was using my phone number instead of an email since I set up an old Discord with an email, and when I tried to deactivate that Discord, it just didn't work, and now I can't use either Discord. So if you want to reach out to me, you can try my Reddit, which is linked below, or Instagram, even though I don't really like either as a communication thing. Most people have been reaching out through fanfic.net though, if that helps. So yeah, I'll try and respond to more of you guys soon. Like I said, I had a bit of a plan, but it just didn't pan out. That's the only reason why I've been cagey. That plus the rent situation is really the only reason I haven't already commissioned people to make some comic versions of my stories. So yeah, be on the lookout for that if you're interested, because that's something I really want to do. I was thinking of leaving it up to a poll, but this is something I'm more committed to. Speaking of which, polls might be coming back too. It's just that, like I said, I have less time, so I don't want to constantly do a poll for every new video. So it'll only probably be like one poll for every 2 or 3 videos, maybe. That's not an exact science. We'll see what happens. Well, I guess that's all for this video, guys. If you liked it, be sure to... Wait, what? Why is there an alarm sound? Oh, well, let's talk about this, I guess. So, as I was making this video and adding the finishing touches to it, an announcement was made that the Ben 10 comic might not actually end up coming out in 2025 at all, because apparently Dynamite Entertainment is going bankrupt. So, yeah. Kinda makes me feel like a dick for complaining about not getting any updates about the comic at the beginning of this video, but oh well. But because I always try and push some positivity, I just want to say here that It's okay, guys. Don't worry. Ben 10 is like $1 billion franchise at this point and makes Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers so much money, which is something they desperately need right now. So it'll be back. If not in this comic, then maybe in the form of another TV show, or a comic made by a different studio. Hell, maybe Man of Action will just say fuck it and make their own Ben 10 comic, or another franchise, kinda like how they did with Generator Rex. This doesn't really affect anything I said in this video. I'm still mostly going to be talking about old 2000s nostalgic cartoons, and some of the new Avatar: The Last Airbender stuff that's been coming out lately, as well as making that Anodite retcon video. So if any of those ideas sound interesting to you guys, make sure to like and subscribe. Sorry I didn't talk too much about the cancellation here, it literally just happened a day ago while I was busy with work, so yeah. If you guys want, I'll make a follow-up video where I go more in depth on the whole situation, because it is a little more complex than Dynamite Comics going bankrupt and the comic being cancelled. But to put it succinctly for this outro, basically, there's a chance the comic might never come out, which is unfortunate, but hey, that hasn't been confirmed yet, so who knows. And honestly, if worse comes to worse, I might just start learning animation myself and make a fan series on this channel. Who knows, anything can happen. So if you like this video, please make sure to give it a like and subscribe. The subscriptions really help me get motivated to make more videos. Like, I wasn't planning on coming back right now due to all the stuff that's going on in my life, but I saw that my subscribers were still going up despite me not uploading in a couple months. So, yeah, your guys' subscriptions really do make a world of difference for me. Anyways, that's all for this video. I'll see you guys in my next upload.